Many studies has proven that compensation acts as one of the important motivating factors for an employee to accomplish a job or an assignment. Determining the compensation is challenging, especially for an expatriate, due to consideration of many components. This video briefly talks about those key components. The components considered for determining the compensation of an expatriate are broadly listed as base salary, foreign service inducement and hardship premium, allowances, and benefits. Let us know each component briefly. Base salary. In a domestic context, base salary denotes the amount of cash compensation. It serves as a benchmark for other compensation elements such as bonuses and benefits. Whereas for expatriates, it is the primary component of a package of allowances, many of which are directly related to the base salary. For example, foreign service premium, cost of living allowance, housing allowance, etc. It is the base for in-service benchmark and pension contributions. Base salary is the foundation block for international compensation, whether the employee is a parent company nationality or third country nationality, whoever may be. To encourage and motivate employees work for a challenging foreign assignment, foreign service inducement and hardship premium will be used. This is used to compensate for challenging locations, and mostly it is paid to the PCNs rather than TCN, and most of the MNCs use it to pay 5 to 40% of their base pay towards the foreign service inducement and hardship premium, and sometimes offered as lump sum incentives also. And these payments are vary from assignment to assignment and from MNC to MNC, and it is mostly depends on the assignment location, tax consequences in host country and parental country, and the length of the assignment. So all these things will influence the amount towards foreign service inducement and hardship premium. For determining the compensation of an international assignment, different kinds of allowances are considered. Those are cost of living allowance, housing allowance, home leave allowance, education allowance, relocation allowance, and spouse assistance. So these are the different kinds of allowances considered for determining the compensation for an expatriate. Cost of living allowance. It compensates for differences in expenditures between the home country and the foreign country. Similarly, it compensates for cost of differentials between expatriates' home country and host country. For example, the cost differences for transportation between home country and host country will be paid. Similarly, furniture, home appliances, medical, alcohol, tobacco, automobile maintenance, domestic help. Similarly, other services also will be paid in the same manner. Here, the cost of allowance will be mostly determined by the family size. If children are there, their incentives of extra cost also will be added for the cost of allowances. So mostly determining this cost of allowance is a difficulties for all the MNCs. So these companies used to take sometimes the middle companies or other servicing which the organizations which are providing the details of the cost in those countries. For example, if you see Mercer, it is a US based organization. Similarly, ECA International is Britain based organizations. So these companies will survey in a particular foreign country, and they will intimate to the parent country organization. So what are the cost differences? between the parent country and the host country. Housing allowance. Employees should be entitled to maintain their home country living standards. If the home country living standards are less than foreign country, then the employees are entitled with the foreign country living standards. The amount of housing allowance is determined by family size and some extent job level. Majority of the MNCs cover the expatriates expenses of one or more trips back to their home country each year. This home leave allowance is given to the expatriate. The purpose of this home leave allowance is to give expatriates the opportunity to renew their family and business ties, thereby helping them to minimize adjustment problem when they are repatriates to the parent country. Education allowance. It covers all expenses related to children education of expatriates, such as tuition fees. It includes even language training and application fees, enrollment, books and supplies, meals, and students' transportation, excursions and extracurricular activities, parent association fees, school uniforms, and if applicable, boarding and room. Why? Because applicable, sometimes due to the locations, the expatriates may not find the suitable school for the children near to that location. So in that cases, they have to keep them in a far places. So if the schools are not available in the nearby, then it is necessary for them to keep in boarding schools. Nearly 95% of the multinational companies contribute to the educational expenses of the expatriate children. But however, here also there are some restrictions. It also depends on the children's age, because children's preschool, daycare, or university level educations are not covered mostly under this education allowance. And this education allowance also depends on the availability of the school in their places, and even the fee structures also. Why? Because most of the expatriates want their children education related to their home country environment. If whenever they repatriated, their children should not face any suffer. So in this regard, they want to join their children in international schools where they will find the home country environment. But in those schools, the expenses are very high. So in that case, the organization can bear a certain amount, not fully. So that's why even the fee structures also matter. When the employees newly assigned an international assignment, or once the assignment is international assignment completed, if it is necessary, they may relocate or maybe reassign their assignment in other locations, or they may act as a repatriates. That means they may come back to their home countries. So in these conditions, the relocation allowances will be given. It includes moving, shipping and storage charges, temporary living expenses, subsidies regarding appliances or car purchases, and down payments or lease related charges. So all these things will covered under relocation. And apart from this, allowances regarding prerequisites, cars, drivers, club memberships or servants, so on, also be given. Prerequisites are mostly given to the senior positions, but this varies according to the location. These relocation allowances are often contingent upon tax equalization policies and practices in both the home and host countries. because if is there any tax increases, the allocations or the amount of relocation allowances will increase. Similarly, if taxes are reduced, and again the amount allotted regarding to relocation allowances will reduce. So that's why this relocation allowances mostly depends on the host country and home country tax policies. When an expatriate relocating in abroad, the spouse of the expatriates relocates along with them. Due to this, the expatriate spouse may lose their income. In these situations, to help or to protect against the loss of income by an expatriate spouse, the spouse assistance allowance will help. This allowance focuses on providing spouses with employment opportunities abroad, either by offering job search assistance, career counseling, cultural orientation, resume or CV preparation, work permit assistance, and language tuition, or in more unusual cases, employment in the MNEs, foreign business, along with the expatriate. But this is subject of having work visa approved by the host country. Allowances, the next component for determining the expatriate's compensation is benefits. Expatriate benefits include healthcare, pension plans, social security, life insurance, child allowances, profit sharing, and some companies offer shares also, that means stock options also will be provided. So these are the benefits for an expatriate. Apart from this, retirement plan also there. They can plan their retirement in which country or in which place they want to retire with complete or comfortable of their choice. But sometimes, due to pandemics or recessions, expatriates may have to forcefully and financially less comfortably they have to retire elsewhere. Many multinational companies provide vacations and special leaves. As a part of the general vacation, annual home leave usually provides airfares for families to return to their home countries. Rest and rehabilitation leave is also frequently available if the conditions of the host country are clearly below the standards of the home country. Typically, rest and rehabilitation leave provides the employee's family with paid airfares to a more comfortable location near the host country. Expatriates are availed emergency provisions in case of death or illness in the family. Employees in hardship locations generally receive additional leave expense payments and rest and rehabilitation periods. So far, we briefly discussed about different key components which are need to be considered while finalizing the compensation for an expatriate. For more details, please refer this book. Thank you.